Alright, so this pile, what kind of deal could you work me on it? Hey guys, it's Dustin here, the Pro Picker, here with another thrift store and yard sale video for you guys. For some reason I had to think about what I'm talking about today. So we're starting out at Valley Thrift Store. This is the largest thrift in the area, and they do a 25% off day on Mondays for customer appreciation. This is the day I like to strike and see what I can find. Valley's just far enough away to not be part of my daily route. So yeah, I just pick Mondays. And one of the big things I like to look at Valley is their health and beauty aid bags. In this one, I find this Chanticleer, which I've listed for $17.49 based off of sold comps. There was a Clinique piece in there. However, it was used, so I had to toss it. Continuing to look around and see what's in the bags. I do skip that one. And I believe there's not too much in this one. While you guys or while we're looking around here, if you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Both things help me out a ton. In this bag, I find some Kylie Jenner makeup here, lipstick even, and I go ahead and get it. It's worth about $25. I'm paying about $5 for the bag, but it'll ship first class, and I'll have 3 toothbrushes to sell at my yard sale for $1 a piece. I typically don't buy thinking about yard sale items. However, in this instance, it, might as well make a few extra dollars, right? I've noticed that they've started to move a lot of stuff around in the store. It looks like they're kind of cleaning house right now of some of their older merchandise that's been sitting. And I'm excited for when they start putting out a ton more. This place usually has a ton of stuff out on the floor to look at. So I go over to the other side of the toys, and immediately I notice this Lincoln Logs box, and I know they can be good, but just picking it up, I know there's not 60-something pieces in there. There's absolutely no way. I do find this baseball costume here, and they have it marked at $2.99, so I'm only paying like $2.25 plus tax for it. We have it listed for $27. I don't think it's ever been worn, but it is listed as pre-owned because it looks kind of like it might have been. And I do inventory everything's in here actually. The one glove, the socks, and all of that. So why not? I think overall a pretty solid buy. I saw this big bag of cars here, but they were all super scraped up, especially kind of having been stored like that. I didn't see anything that I recognized as valuable, no like red lines or anything like that. So I just toss it back. I just gave it that quick evaluation there. It looks like most of these toys are probably stuff I've seen the multiple times I've been in here in the past. I do look at the shoes, didn't find too much. However, I see this hanging here, and they're only asking $5 for it. So I think I'm getting, or $6, something like that. Whatever, I'm getting around $5 out the door with tax, and it's like a adjustable thermostat deal. I definitely don't need this book. Did pretty well without it. And we've got the Yankee candle jar holder or jar candle holder there. And we've got that listed for $20. They sell pretty decent, guys, and they go first class, 75 cents, absolutely. Fits in a 6x6x6 box, I believe. And then these are little trial sizes of HBA. So we're going to list all the little Bath and Bodies in one lot for like $10. And then there's another lot of a different brand I can't remember right now that I'll get about $10 for. So for 75 cents, why not? This Scented is actually sealed, but some of the older Scenets that are just like the basic movie ones don't go for enough. They want like I think actually to go for about $16, so I do pass on it. Shipping would eat me alive. I wanted to show you guys this from the Salvation Army. I love Lord of the Rings stuff, and this is a vintage War of the Ring board game. They have $30 marked on this at the showcase, and I just thought it was really cool. And these can go for some pretty good money complete. And you can see it has like 3 different boards in there. And then it has all these punches. So I go ahead and inventory through all of the punches. I typically don't like buying used board games because of things like inventorying, but this was an exception. It was just neat to see everything. If this was all unpunched, I would have been thrilled. Unfortunately, while going through it, you can see the maps that he's bringing up there of Middle Earth. Unfortunately, while I go through it, I do find that it's missing a couple of the pieces. And with that, that's going to be a hit on the value. And wouldn't be able to pay quite $30 for it. So I do pass. Just grab like one Tony Hawk video game there. And then head on over to the Goodwill. That's, I think, second closest Goodwill to me, yeah. And go ahead and grab myself a cart. So I do pretty decent at this Goodwill. I know, spoiler alert, right? But I mean, obviously, if it's in the footage, it's probably a good trip, right? And one thing I'll note is they had a bunch of new stock carts out, so they hadn't put it all out on the floor yet. So this is fresh merchandise. And the DVDs were to the point of overflow, which is always something that interests me because you guys know I love the media buys. I saw these various Nerf guns and stuff that's like Nerf guns, like this Boomco. The specific ones all got put back. They weren't comping high enough. I did pull out my phone on those because they're big, and I don't want to buy big things that aren't worth much, especially, you know, the fact they take up space, hard to ship. So I do go ahead and look through the DVDs, and we're going to make some pretty solid finds here. I find this George Washington the Warrior, and it's a History Channel special. The comps are all over the place, but even the lowest comp is within my $12 minimum, shipped for a $3 buy. All the DVDs are $3 flat here unless they're otherwise marked. So in the cart that goes. Now, this is what's crazy. So there's a commemorative edition, which this is the one, inside 9/11, and they sell for like $80 if they're sealed, and this one's brand new sealed. It's just nuts to find this. There's a not commemorative edition that sells for way less. And I can't believe I scored one. Super stoked. In the cart it goes. I know it's not going to be the world's fastest seller, but definitely going to make some money eventually. The board collection here, $16.99 is what we've decided to list that for. It has all 4 Bourne movies. And yeah, I think that was $4 for that one because it was a Blu-ray and it was marked. The John Adams ended up passing on. And Secret Agent Clank here, you can't see it, but it did not have the disc inside. And then I bought that, I can't even remember what it is. It passed by so quick. And, you know, it should be profitable. They were putting out new shoes, and I don't normally buy Asics because the Asics I find are so dingy usually, but these were great. So the floral print and this purple and pink here, they're just amazing shape, and there are definitely colorways and styles that are desirable, and they stand out when you have, you know, the pictures. So definitely going to pick those up. I did not get this glove. But I do buy the Candlelight here that you see. I believe that's actually an Ohio company. And yeah, $2.99 is what they have it marked for. And then I go over to another Goodwill. My battery was dead, so I did this on my phone. And I find some a Dragon Ball Z game here. It's Budokai Tenkaichi. I probably butchered that too. Decent game. It had some scratches, but I tested it. So we've got it listed for about $1 less than the competition. Sonic Heroes is a pretty good one that I do end up picking up. Just the ones I'm talking about are the ones I actually grab. Got the Scooby-Doo there, which is always a good title, as well as I do, and it's kind of surprising, that Need for Speed's not that good of a title when it comes to like having to pay $3 for it. And I know the Sega GTA is not worth anything. Curious George is actually kind of surprising. I mean, $15 free ship. With that, let's get into the yard sale footage.
I'm texting Con to see how old it is, and then that Edger too, for 50. So it's a gas one. So yeah, if she doesn't take it and you're interested. HP. Okay, he said about 6 or 7 years probably.
Okay. Outside.
She said works great gas and it is old though, so you're gonna need to drain it and probably get new gas.
I'll be back to check on them.
Okay. Welcome to look in any of these boxes. He didn't get rid of anything. We took care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You are welcome to, it might be around here, you know, if you want to look through here. You could probably order one online. They all worked, you know, we just would get the newest, the more contemporary one. It might even be in here. If you know enough about technology.
I think some of these chargers are.
Okay.
So,
So,
what's the snow blower?
40.
40
I ended up sorting through the chargers for a minute just to make sure that they were all there.
Dig deep, and then, but then she's starting NKU in the fall. So she'll have about 3 weeks when she gets back, and then heading off to college.
Yeah, well, she's trying to figure out which one's to be for her life.
Yeah.
Well, she graduated does it go to that? I think those are.
I think they're independent. No, this is a speaker as well, and
I should learn my
this is independent.
stuff here.
I think you can look over Colin.
All right. So I made a mess here. So this pile, I don't know what this is actually.
That's a digital.
I gotcha. Little older digital. So this pile, what kind of deal could you work me on it?
Okay, so what do you tell me what you have here? So you have.
So there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I
and
think.
that's a film camera, and it was working. It's a film camera.
Okay, so I've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras here. Most of the cords, I believe I've matched up most of them. I think there
Okay.
might be one that's missing. I don't even remember. 'Cause
Okay, let me. He didn't
I
have.
haven't had any coffee yet.
He
so my
didn't have a
brain's not
price list,
working.
so he has this for 25. So he's like, what can you do like for all of this? And you have a better idea than I do. So we at least have, yeah. Or clean when there has been nothing like that, so it's not a weird gross thing. Okay, so, okay, good, you found some. Okay, so for everything, he priced this on eBay. He said this was between 75 and 100 for the film, and this is the newest one. So like everything, 200?
200.
So 25, 50, 75, 100, and then like.
Well, if we take out the newest one in the film,
Uh-huh.
what would you think?
If it's
Would that be?
100, there's 100.
We'd be at
normally.
100, and all the cords you see are the ones that
Right.
are out here.
You know, how about go down to 80?
I'm just thinking about your cabinet you want me to make.
So these are 25 each, so normally 100, take $20 off. Go for 80 and all the cords.
Yeah, I could do that. Could you toss in this little software stuff here?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Sometimes it's important to figure out what's important to the person that you're buying from. For instance, the film camera was the most important one to them, and that was actually the least important one to me.
I mean, because we could price it on eBay. My son's in college; he's busy and all that. So,
Well, no, it takes time,
if
and then
you right,
and then you might have a customer service thing that you have to do on there.
Right.
No, I
So-
feel you.
So yeah, I'm glad that you know what to do with it, or flip it, or can use it,
Yeah.
whatever.
I-
So feel free to take that too if you
Yeah.
want it. You don't have to, but
I'll snag it.
okay. So Aaron, this was so for.
All right, guys. So I want to do a quick recap for you on that yard sale. So the only thing I've sold so far from it, and it's been a few days, is the Snow Leopard OS, which was one of the throw-in softwares I asked for. And I did receive $27 free shipping on that. And I'm going to explain why I got the toss in there. So all of these cameras were untested. Yes, they did say they worked. Well, when I got home, I went and tested them all. We still have to list them. It goes in phases. And unfortunately, one of the Canon cameras didn't work. So, I'm buying that completely blind to if any of them work or not. I'm literally buying things out of people's yards and garages. So, there is some risk that comes with that. So the toss-in software was kind of to buffer that for me. And, I'm actually in this deal, I'm glad that I did that. And as I explained in the negotiation, it seemed like they had two of them that they were really interested in, like thought they were valuable or whatever. And that's fine. So we went ahead and pulled those out of the deal, and we were able to make the numbers work then. There's probably no way I would have paid $200 for all 6 of those on site without going through and testing every single one of them. And then that starts to cost me time because it's peak buying hours and I need to be going on to the next deal. I don't show every single yard sale or thrift store that I go to on this channel because I wouldn't have enough time to edit it all, honestly. So I don't know if anybody would want to sit around and watch every single sale I go to or every thrift store I go to either. So anyways, with that being said, one of the cameras didn't work. However, we are looking at around the 130 to 160 range on that Sony Handycam. That's going to be probably, if I had to guess, the fastest seller. And then there's 2 different Canons. There's a ZR10, which the highest comp was 90 for it. Now, there are some in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And the condition on it, I actually have the camera right here. It's got some scuffs and some wear. I don't know. So we might be looking around the $60 shipped range. It's, again, tested and working, just as the Sony Handycam is here. And I think that this one is going to be a good seller right here. They typically always are. And then here's the other Canon, and I have some comps around the 130. I think they're both going to be on the slower end versus the Sony, just looking at comps and doing research. However, they're still really valuable cameras in the sense of like in-demand cameras. So I think I'll move them within like maybe the 3-month window is kind of my plan. So the plan is like on the software and the Sony, I make my money back, hopefully, and then I finally turn a profit in, the next 2 to 3 months. I don't know. Hopefully they sell faster than that. But those are kind of the thought processes that have to go through your head when you're making decisions on what you're going to pay. I know that there's some people that watch that aren't resellers and just like to see people, me look at cool stuff. And thank you for watching. Do appreciate that. And I know there's some newer people to reselling, and it can either look harsh to haggle or intimidating to do it or whatever. However, I try to be fair, and 80 worked. I'm glad I tossed in the software, which they weren't, I don't even think they were charging all that much for anyways. And again, one of the pieces sold for 27. I think a couple of them ended up being not worth much. And then there's like another one that I have listed right now. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you got something out of that recap. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here because the video is starting to go a little bit long. Please consider following me on Instagram. It's at ProPicker Ohio, and subscribing to the channel if you don't mind, if you're new or you just haven't yet, please. And go ahead and also turn on the bell notification while you're at it because it's right next to it. And comment down below, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.